Christmas is a magical time, and for many families, unwrapping presents on the big day is the highlight. But for children living in poverty in the UK, that may not be the case this festive season, with some children waking up on Christmas morning with no presents to open at all. And as a mum of 4, I find that really heartbreaking. Marcia Dunkley from Wolverhampton knows firsthand how hard it is to struggle at Christmas. 4 years ago, after ill health forced her to give up her teaching job, she found herself unable to provide presents for her children, then aged 10 and 12.
I had a very mild stroke, and the doctor said, you've got to come out of the demands of teaching. So I did, but that then took away a very comfortable salary. I ended up, losing my home. I ended up in emergency accommodation.
So leading up to Christmas, the pressure is on to buy toys for your sons. How did you feel at that time when you knew you couldn't actually afford to give them anything?
Gut-wrenching, because they're my children, and if they're happy, I'm happy. And I know that I can't make them happy, and you feel absolutely, when I say degraded, that the most basic thing in the world, a present for your children, you can't do that.
Thankfully, help was at hand in the shape of a toy bank run by a local charity. Was there like a specific gift that you had in mind for your children?
Yes, because my youngest son, he's slightly autistic, and he engages with things that react. So if it pushes a button, he engages with it if it makes a noise or lights up or something. And so when I actually went to the toy bank, there was donated toys that were very appropriate for his cognitive needs. So that was a relief.
What was your son's reactions to their presents?
Whoops, excitement, Mum, we love you, running around. And I looked and I thought, I had this last Christmas and the Christmas previous, and this Christmas isn't any different. So they don't know what I've had to go through to get this, and that's all I needed to know mentally, just to see that smile.
So do you have any advice for any families that are struggling this year?
Take a big gulp, don't feel embarrassed, and reach out and ask for help. And you'll find that people will be rolling over themselves to help you. They want to.
This year, several charities and organisations, including the Salvation Army, the Met Police, the Childhood Trust, and some supermarkets and toy shops have set up toy donation schemes in the hope of bringing some joy to struggling families. Steve Butterworth is from Neighbourly, which links businesses with local charities, and is working with Lidl to make sure its customers' toy donations go to the local community.
What we've seen is a real increase in support needed, not just by those that are most vulnerable in society, but those people who are in work still needing to turn to organisations for additional support. Food and fuel are the number one priority, but second only to that are then toys, especially at this festive period of time. While it might not necessarily be the first thing that people think about when they're talking about a donation, really a gift will go a very long way.
How do we donate?
So if you take the likes of the Little Bear Toy Bank Initiative, they've got toy deposit box in all of their 940 stores across the UK. And so as you're going through the cash desk, at the end, you can then put a toy which is new. It doesn't need to be bought at Lidl. It can be any toy. It could be regifted if it's been unopened. And then a local charity comes along, collects them every week, and then is able to wrap them up and then give them to some of the individuals they look after.
Now back on her feet, Marcia volunteers for a local charity, collecting and distributing Christmas gifts to people in need.
It's my way of giving back, everyone's struggling. And if we all sat back and did nothing, we wouldn't be able to help each other.
Should we have a look inside and see?
Yes, yes.
Looks pretty full.
Massive.
Which is good.
Wow, very good.
It looks like there's something for sort of all ages
all
here,
ages,
really,
boys, girls, different age groups, and that's the variety that we need.
Yeah. Toy bank emptied, it's back to the car to sort them out.
I've got a lovely array here. I'm actually looking at age and ability, so that's for your younger child, really, that is there. This one, a bit older, because you're going to have to construct this and so on, so that will go there.
Are there any ages that you struggle with?
Yes. Your 10 and overs, because they're at that what we call pre-teenage stage, and they know what they want.
So what would you suggest for someone that is or wants to donate? if you are struggling with, the older children.
A hairdryer is lovely. Headphones. It can even be stationary. It can be a box set of aftershave and so on. Those things that age group that you put as a stocking filler. That's what we'd like.
Okay.
Nail varnish, etc.
So that's all organised.
Yes.
What's the next plan?
Right, so the next plan is to deliver Be a Father Christmas or a Mother Christmas and take these to the designated addresses and stand there and watch that smile.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
Okay.
To take part in the Lidl scheme, families need to register with a local charity. There's a list on the Neighbourly website. Today, Caroline is getting a gift for her 10-year-old daughter. This is for your daughter.
Thank you very much.
How important is things like, the toy bank to you and your daughter?
Very important, because it would have come to a choice between food, gas and electric and my daughter's Christmas presents.
So this will make her smile?
It will.
Yeah. This Christmas will be tough for lots of people. And if you are one of the lucky ones that are able to afford to donate something, it really will make a difference to someone else. And to me, that's precisely what the Christmas spirit is all about.